Well, how's it going, guys? It is officially 3 o'clock Eastern Time. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. Today's date is Sunday, December 12th, 2021. Thank you so much for stopping by and joining me for the next hour or so, roughly, give or take. Um, Amy's in the bedroom. Usually she would be sitting next to me here on the couch. Dad, he went to take care of some business over at my brother's house. I guess his dog is giving birth to puppies. So dad had to run over there and take care of that. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all had a wonderful week. My week was actually pretty good. It wasn't too bad. There's a lot to talk about in this week's Sunday video update. Um, Amy, I think she'll be out in a little while. She's just taking care of some business in the bedroom. And as for myself, yeah, I'm doing all right, doing pretty good. I've been, keeping in touch with friends as I usually normally do every week. So that's been nice. Um, we had our first major storm, not a winter storm, but a storm like thunder and lightning with strong gusty wind with snow to the north kind of a storm, so it was a mixture of pretty much everything, but it was like the big ferocious storm of the 2021-22 season, although it's not officially winter yet. But it got pretty noisy here the other night. We had loud crashing thunder and it shook the house. And it was it was kind of neat. I mean, provided that this is December and we usually don't get thunderstorms in December, but it is Michigan after all. And who knows what we're going to get from one day to the next. It is just absolutely weird up here in Michigan. We get some of the most wackiest weather patterns coming through here. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I went to a little birthday party last week for my buddy Reese. For those of you who might be familiar with Reese, he had a birthday on Friday. He turned 11 years old. So happy birthday, Reese. Love you, buddy. And thanks for inviting me to your party. And then after the party, after everybody left, we all came in, had cake and ice cream. Everybody else left. He wanted me to stick around. I don't know why, but he wanted me to stick around, so I did. And we watched this show on Netflix. It's called Squid Games. Now, I don't have Netflix. We don't have Netflix here, but I was watching this program at Reese's house, well, at his mom's house, rather. And it was just, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, really? So when they say you're eliminated, it's lights out like in life. You're gonna get killed. If you're eliminated, you're dead. You're done. And it was just really, really weird. I saw this episode where they were I mean, most of you who have Netflix will probably know what I'm talking about, but they were playing this game where they had like a sack of marbles and they had to play games and try to win all the marbles from their partner or whatever. And whoever was left without marbles would end up getting killed or eliminated. It was a weird, just a weird program, but that was just one of many Squid Games. There's a whole series of, and I don't want to be a spoiler just in case no one else had saw these episodes, but I'm not a Netflix guy. I don't have Netflix here, so I don't keep up on all that trivial Netflix bullshit. But um, I don't know. It was kind of interesting. I just sat there and watched, and it's like, and my jaw kind of hit the floor. Like, really? um, yeah, it was different. Um, Dad and Amy went to WWE wrestling in Saginaw at the Dow Event Center last night. It was Amy's first time ever going to a WWE event, and she said she enjoyed it. She got out of the house for a few hours, and it was really nice. She enjoyed it, and I'm glad she had a good time. It was her first WWE event ever in her life. It wasn't on television, but it was, you get the experience of just being in the same building as all these, you know, famous wrestlers that you see on television week in and week out. And then when you're actually there and they're so many feet away from you, depending on where you're sitting in the arena, it's like, wow, now this is different. This is a whole new ball of wax. These are people that I've watched for weeks, months, years at a time, and now they're like right here in the flesh in front of me, and it's an entirely different experience. When WCW was on the air back in the 90s, maybe the early 2000s, they had a program called Thunder, WCW Thunder. It would air on Thursday nights on TBS, and they came to Saginaw. Back then, it was the Civic Center, and Dad and I went to a live show, a live taping of Thunder, and it was on national television. And they had the pyros and everything. It was pretty cool. Diamond Dallas Page at the time was a heel. He was a bad guy, and it was cool. I had a lot of fun. But it was the first experience for Amy going to a WWE event because, WWE is the big leagues. So for her, it was an experience, but I'm glad she got out. Dad got 2 free tickets to the event last night. Um, my brother Wayne and his girlfriend and her son had come down from Saginaw, and we went to Granny's Kitchen on Friday. We had their all-you-can-eat fish fry over there, so that was nice. And then Dad got the 2 free tickets from Wayne, and Dad's like, "Well, Jared, I know you would really like to go." I said, "Dad," I said, "she's never been to a WWE event before ever in her life." I said, "Take her. Take Amy. She would love it. I'm sure she'd like it." And she did. She enjoyed herself. Um, and she can probably elaborate on that a little more when she comes out of the bedroom, but um, she really enjoyed herself. She had a good time, and she saw AJ Styles and B.E. Langston and Finn Balor and Charlotte Flair was there. Um, there were just a whole bunch of people there last night in Saginaw. She thought she was going to see the Miz, but the Miz wasn't there. Uh, I don't know. I don't know I don't know who the lineup was because I don't really watch wrestling all that much anymore. I'll catch pieces of it here and there. Dad watches Raw every Monday night. Um, I don't follow it like I used to anymore. To me, it's all just a big joke. They talk more than they fight, and that's really what turned me away from wrestling. Watching it on TV anyway. But as many know, I do have a buddy named Sabbath, or JR is his real name. He's got his own wrestling franchise. It's local called Superstar Championship Wrestling, SCW. And of course, he knows that I always show my support to him and his little franchise. And I do everything I can to attend the events if I can, if possible. And I show my support and I try to get the word out here on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to talk him into starting his own YouTube channel for SCW. He says that something may or may not have been in the works, a YouTube channel for SCW, but um, I don't know. Maybe he's got a lot going on right now. His mother just passed away, unfortunately, and he's having a very rough time with that. And our heart goes out to Sabbath. He's a good guy. He does a lot for the kids. He's a diehard wrestling fan. He's a wrestler himself. I mean, he bleeds wrestling. He is just someone who he is a diehard wrestling fan and he is a wrestler himself. But his mother passed away, and our love and condolences go out to Sabbath. Now we did have a big loss in the music world. I don't know if any of you had a chance to watch the video I posted. It was a very brief video about Mike Nesmith from the Monkees. He passed away at the age of 78. Um, the reports had come out that Nez had died peacefully surrounded by his family, so that's a good thing. He died of natural causes, but he passed away peacefully. It was peaceful. He wasn't in any pain. He was surrounded by his family. I guess that's the way to go. Um, so now the only remaining of the group, the Monkees, is Mickey Dolenz. That's it. Peter, Mike, and Davey are gone. So now we have just Mickey Dolenz. And what I find really interesting about the passing of Mike Nesmith is the fact that he and Mickey both just had a farewell tour, and weeks after that, he dies. Um, I don't know, coincidence maybe? It could be, but it just I guess it came full circle. Like he knew maybe he knew something was wrong and he wanted to have this farewell tour. And maybe that was just his way of saying goodbye to his fans. You know, I don't know. Anything's possible. Uh, but Mike Nesmith is going to be missed. He was one of my favorite of the Monkees. My other favorite was, of course, Mickey. Actually, they're all my favorite. They're all pretty good guys. They had a lot of talent and wit. I've seen their television show from the 60s called The Monkees. You know, they're up to their shenanigans and then they perform songs on the show. And yeah, I like the Monkees. They're a good group. When they have the North American International Auto Show, or if I'm even saying that correctly, the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. It's such a mouthful to say. They have the Monkey Mobile there, and it's kind of cool. My dad, my uncle Danny went to the North American Auto Show in Detroit about a couple years or so ago. If I had to guess, it's been about a couple years, maybe 3 years at the most. But the Monkey Mobile was there, and they said it was so loud that they had to, they couldn't start it up inside the building because of how loud it was. But it was, yeah, Mike Nesmith. What a guy. And I never knew this until like yesterday, but Nesmith's mother had invented whiteout. Whiteout for, like if you make a mistake on paper, writing with ink, you use the whiteout correction fluid over the mistake and then wait for it to dry and then you write over the. Yeah, Mike Nesmith's mother had invented and patented, back then was called liquid paper, but today it's generally known as whiteout. So I never knew that, but now I do. So very interesting, very fascinating. Um, Trying to think what else was going on this past week. Um, I went out to Billy's last week, hung out with Kenny and Terry and my dad, and who else was there? Of course, Dan and Georgia. Oh, I know what I did. I now I remember. It was the week before. It was the week before last. I went to Bronner's and I got a couple of personalized Christmas bulbs for Dan and Georgianne. One bulb for each person. And I took it to them on Monday night, this past Monday, and they were very grateful. They loved their ornaments, and I hope that they're, hanging on their tree somewhere. They live somewhere in southeast. I don't know exactly where, but they live close by. Um, I hope that they enjoy their ornament. I don't know if they watch my Sunday videos. I don't know who watches my Sunday videos and who doesn't. I know of a few people who do, but I don't think Dan and Georgianne even know about the Sunday videos. But either way, it doesn't make a bit of a difference. Dan is a good guy. Georgianne is a sweetheart of a lady, and I'm happy to call them my friends. They're very good people, and I was happy to get the Christmas bulbs for them, the personalized Christmas bulbs. So that's nice. So I did that. Um, Trying to think what else happened this past week. I I've been writing in my journal a lot. Uh, yeah, I went to Kelly's to hang out with Reese for his birthday. I just been hanging out when I'm not busy doing other things, leaving home or whatever. I'm basically just hanging out at home. I made a stock pot of chili and it was actually right up to the top. Not a half of a stock pot, it was a full stock pot of chili, and we still have chili in the refrigerator in our container. And it's been getting eaten up. Before I went live, I had a couple bowls of chili, and it's so good. And I prepared the chili this time because Dad got like 40 pounds of venison, like hamburger and chops and things like that. Um, or venison steaks. I think venison, something to that effect anyway. But anyway, this time around, I made chili with venison hamburger, and it turned out really, really good. Uh, I really enjoyed it. I've been eating it every day, every other day. I'm trying to get it gone because I don't want to let it, go bad in the refrigerator by sitting and fermenting in the fridge. But it's been getting eaten up, and it's really good. Um, my brother came over after. Let's see. So we went to Granny's Kitchen in Oakley on Friday. After I left there, I went to Chesaning up to Kelly's, and then my brother Wayne came here, and I think they had some of my chili. I think they did, or maybe Dad sent some home with them. Um, Either way, my chili is a hit around here, other than my taco salad. But I make a pretty good chili. I love chili, especially on cold days. But lately, it's been pretty mild. Yesterday it was almost 60 degrees here, but we had strong gusty winds, and there was a lot of widespread power outages, scattered power outages because of the wind. There was a 72-mile-an-hour wind gust reported in Saugatuck, Michigan. um, I don't recall where Saugatuck is. I'd have to look that up. One second, guys. I should know where these places are. Uh, Hold on one second. I can find it. Let's see. Saugatuck. It's in a city in Michigan, which I knew. Allegan County, so it's on the west side of the state. Saugatuck is a city in Allegan County in the U.S. state of Michigan. The population was 925 at the 2010 census. The city is within Saugatuck Township, but is administratively autonomous. Okay. Let's see. So it's right on the shore of Lake Michigan in Allegan County. I might have to visit Saugatuck one of these days. That might be oh, yeah. Speaking of a road trip, there was a road trip I wanted to talk about here in the Sunday video update, because I did mention something about it to my friends on Facebook. Um, so I don't know, maybe during the spring or even in the summer, what I would like to do is plan a trip to um, the state lines where Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana all come together. I've seen a couple of videos here on YouTube where people are going to this particular spot, and there's a rock, like a monument of sorts, but it's a rock, and there's a plaque on it, and it was resurrected. It was put there in 1977, but it kind of gives a detailed um, whatever information on the where the states all come together: Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. I'm gonna plan a trip down there probably in the spring, maybe summer, or maybe even sometime soon if the weather cooperates. Um, Dad says I should wait until after the new year, but I would like to just get it done and over with. I would like to go there, check it out, get some video and put it here on YouTube, get some pictures for Facebook, and just get that done and out of the way. And Amy is now joining us off camera. Hello, Amy.
Hello, Jared. I was just going to come up and say, hey, you got a mystery person sitting over here, dude.
Yeah. Well, I was sitting here flapping my gums, and Amy's doing this off camera because y'all couldn't see it. But yeah, so I'm going to be planning a trip down to um, the borders there, Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, where they all come together. And I printed off a set of directions how to get there, so I don't, get lost, because it's different when you're actually behind the wheel driving on the actual roads as opposed to looking at Google Maps, and it's easy to type all this down or write it all down. Okay, turn here, turn there. But when you're actually on the road, it's a whole nother ball of wax. So, because I've been sitting here for the last damn near 20 minutes talking my head off, Amy, I'm going to let you take the floor. What would you like to talk about? How was your week?
Rocky. Real rocky mentally.
Actually, I've been here for 20 minutes.
And it's because of my mom. My mom's not really doing too good. They've got hospice coming in.
Oh, they got hospice coming in.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
No.
But, you know, and they say hospice is like the last, it's the last resort when people are,
Her tumors in her head and her brain have gotten so bad that there's nothing they can do for her now.
yeah,
It's just pretty much riding out.
yeah, just a matter of time. And we'll be, yeah, that's a shame. But, you know, I mean, it's,
But I look at it this way, Jared, when it comes to my mom. I didn't win my dad. But now, with your dad helping me through it when I go out on the road with him and stuff and we talk,
yeah,
like he said, you gotta be thankful for what she has done for you throughout the years.
yeah. She took you in,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, her and my dad did not have to adopt us.
Yeah,
They could have found somebody else to where they could have got a single child.
yeah,
But instead, they heard our situation and chose us.
yeah. She didn't give you life, she gave you a life.
Yep.
So, and that's,
A
you know,
life that I could have never had
yeah.
with my real parents.
You know, and that's something that I point out a lot of the time to parents.
I also, when it comes to my kids,
Yeah,
me having them all taken away,
yeah. Well, they were adopted out.
yeah, being adopted out, I look at it as I gave them a better life.
Yeah, you gave them life,
Yep.
but which is that's there's no changing that.
Yeah.
That's irrevocable. You gave them life, but the people that you had chosen to give your children up for adoption to, they are giving them a life.
Yep.
So that's the difference, and that's the
Like I used to always say, I hope they're having a better life than what I could have given.
well, I mean, it's a slippery slope topic conversation
Yeah.
to talk about, but it's you did the right thing if you think that, and this is not just, this is for anybody who had given their children up for adoption or they've been adopted out. Um, if you think that you can't fulfill the duties of a parent in raising your child and you think that giving them up for adoption was the best option, then more power to you. You did the right thing.
In my opinion, anyone out there that has a child and feel they don't want this child, do not abort them children.
Well, I see, this is kind of where we don't
see eye to eye.
we don't really agree necessarily on abortion. I think, as I've stated before, women have the option to abort their children. That is something that they are legally allowed to do. It's their body, their choice.
Where me, I would rather have it, not see it, not have it, hold it, nothing.
Yeah.
Just have it swiped away
Yeah.
and then put into a home
Yeah.
where it can be taken care of better than what I could. And then maybe in the future you may find each other.
Yeah. See, my mother and I, we go rounds on the whole abortion issue too, and I keep telling her, nobody has a right, especially government. Nobody has a right to tell you what you can and can't do with your own fucking body. It's your body.
Right.
Your body, your choice. That would be like if, and I know this is way different, but that'd be like saying that someone okay, so let's say for example when I had cancer, okay? The only way, and let's say that I was dying. that I was actually going to die. And the only way that I would have been able to survive is if dad had given me or donated his kidney to me. That's like saying that dad by law would be forced to have that removed, or someone telling him what he has to do with his own organs, with his body. I think that's wrong. I don't think that, like, okay, I don't think that my dad should be my incubator. He shouldn't be forced against his own will to use his body to sustain my life. Basically, that's what that is.
Which
And
dad feels different.
well, I mean, donating because he's not forced by law to donate organs. And what I'm saying is women should not there's nobody should tell a woman what she can and can't do with her own body.
Right.
No woman should be forced against their own will to remain pregnant or to, you know, it's your body. You do what you want. Those are my feelings about that. I know there's a lot of people who disagree.
A lot of them nowadays look at it as babysitting.
Well, and they think
Then they turn around and realize parenting life ain't all cooked up to be what it is.
or they call abortion murdering babies, which is it's abortion is just a termination of a pregnancy of a fetus, not an actual.
But one thing they need to do if they, because
Yeah.
they let them do it,
Yeah.
abortions in some states. If you know how far along you are,
Yeah.
okay, say you're 2 to 3 months along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to abort, abort.
Yeah.
But when you get into like your 32 weeks, when this baby is actually baby in you,
Yeah.
why go and abort when you can have it, not see it?
Yeah, when you're
that you don't have contact.
when you're that far along in your pregnancy,
Yeah,
and there's practically a baby inside of you. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
That makes sense. I mean, if you're that far along in your pregnancy,
Yeah, they need to put a limit
yeah,
on how far you can be
yeah,
before, like say they say, okay, you can have an abortion anywhere from 2 to 3 months.
yeah,
Then if you feel you don't want that child, abort it at that time.
yeah,
Don't wait until it's almost delivery time.
yeah. Don't
to
wait
decide,
until almost 9 months or whatever.
I want to have it.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I don't want to have
Yeah,
it.
I decided I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Further. I'll provide this child for someone else.
Yeah. Before, yeah, that I understand. If carry the baby to term, and then if you don't want the child, adopt it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Instead of, aborting that child.
Yeah.
That can make someone else happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Carry it, let them know. Like, you've seen it on shows where they carry it, and then they decide they want the abortion.
Yeah.
But they talk to like counselors and stuff about it.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of the time too where people have said, well, this is not a conversation for men. This is a woman's only conversation. That's true to an extent. I agree with that. It's a woman's conversation because men are just the guys who plant the seed. But
and then it's up to
yeah,
two partners.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the same time, it's like, well, okay, but I wanted this child. I wanted to be the father of your children, and now you're deciding that you don't want this kid after we.
In that type of situation, they should make it to where.
But ultimately,
take over.
But ultimately, again, I mean,
but then you got to look at the father.
The woman has a right to make her own decisions if she wants to keep the baby. I don't know. It's a very it's a very complex topic. It's a very open discussion. There's a lot of I have yet to see a conversation where, like you and I, we're talking and we're sharing ideas and opinions about abortion, but I have yet to see an actual conversation between man and woman
Yeah.
and have it be a civil conversation about abortion,
Yeah.
because it's a very touchy subject. It's a very
Yeah.
picky subject to talk about.
But sometimes I do feel that they need to bring it more out into the open
Yeah.
than what they do.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's a very touchy conversation. It's like
Anyway, back to this wrestling. We'll change the subject.
well, I was gonna say I on my First Amendment auditing channel, Chesning Press, like I've had trolls come on there and say, "Oh, your mother should have aborted you," and blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? At least my mother loved me. She wanted to have me. So, and I'm not saying that women who abort children don't love their children or whatever, don't love their babies or whatever. I'm just saying that if we're going to be smug and arrogant about this, about, oh, your mother should have aborted you, well, your mother should have swallowed, I guess. I don't fucking know. Like what am I supposed to say to that?
Let it spit out the door.
It's like okay, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Oh, let's just put that baby down the toilet.
Yeah. Let's but anyway, moving on to the wrestling. So, how did you like wrestling last night?
I liked it, especially when it wasn't so much like Charlotte Flair,
Yeah.
all them come out. But when you had Big E and you had AJ Styles, it's like I've seen AJ Styles and I just had to root for AJ. Go AJ, you can do it. Go, go. I've seen you do it. And then when Big E came out, it was pretty much the same way. But seeing him in person,
Yeah.
and not on TV.
Yeah, it's different, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very different.
They're not as big and buff as what they are on TV.
Yeah, on TV they look like fucking semis
and then
compared to real life.
Nora had to blow it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, the only reason that they look so big on TV is because the TV adds 10 more pounds.
The camera adds 10 more pounds. Well,
yeah, that's true.
But it's the person. Yeah. It's the person. It's BE Lang. It's AJ Styles, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and on show, he's all buff.
Yeah, they look bigger, and a lot of it too. It varies on the camera angle too, because when they're like right up close to them, they look like they're fucking built like semis. But
I sent you a picture, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you sent me some pictures of the ring, the wrestling ring and the yeah.
Those of the wrestler where you can see the wrestlers are real good in are the ones that Sean took.
Oh yeah. Well, let me check my phone because I don't know if they.
I sent them through last night.
I don't think I got them. Well, actually, I did get them. 4 of them, right?
Yeah, there should be.
Let's see.
If not more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them.
Yep.
Okay, yep. I tried texting your nephew, but he didn't respond. I don't know if he knows that it's me or not.
Oh, Ty?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is fine.
He is.
He's just doing his own thing, huh?
Pretty much, because he got into some trouble.
I'm done looking at my phone. Unless it dings again, then I'll check it. But
got himself into some major trouble.
Well.
And did some time in Shiawassee County. But
I told him before.
When you leave a bar and knowing you're intoxicated or whatever, he did. Pull a knife out on somebody.
Oh yeah, that's really asking. That's really smart.
Yeah.
Pull a fucking knife out on somebody when walking out of a bar of all places.
Say, well, I have to follow a straight and narrow line now.
Yeah, I'm straight as an arrow. Not gonna get in any more trouble.
But
Sure.
months to years down the road, you'll be looking in a
Hey.
Shiawassee County Jail records,
Yeah.
and you watch.
Yeah, he'll be
he's on
there. It's not cool, Ty. Not cool.
I'd like to know what all he has been in trouble for, just like Damien.
I told it's like when he was out here with
They take after their dad.
well, when he was out here with his buddy of his at one time, and I told him, I said, if that baby doesn't motivate you to do better, nothing or no one will. And it's like it must have went through one ear and out the other. Like, oh, I hear you, but I'm just gonna do what I want.
Oh,
Fucking stupid.
her and him aren't together anymore.
Yeah, I knew that. I remember you told me about that. But I tell you for your own good, not to hear myself talk. I mean, what the fuck, man? Get your shit together. I mean, my God, when you know better, you do better. I don't get it.
Job, not these odd jobs.
Just like I was having this conversation with a friend of mine last week about because there was the school shooting at Oxford, and that's been in the news all fucking week. And well, yeah, the COVID, we hear about COVID every day, but the Oxford shooting was the big news for Michigan lately, and they laid those 4 kids to rest. And the one kid, well, his organs was donated to science, to research or whatever. Or no, I'm sorry. What were they donated? The organs, I think, were either donated for research or they were donated to someone who needed a transplant. I think that's what it was. They were donated to a transplant patient. That's what it was. But anyway, I was having this conversation with a friend of mine. I said, I said, we frown on violence easily. Easily. We all frown on violence, which we should, and it's justifiably so. We should always frown down on violence of any kind, whether there's a gun involved or not. But I also live in a world where when you express your love to your friends, for your friends, there's some kind of a pushback like, whoa, that's weird. Why is it fucking weird? Why is it weird? Would you rather live in a violent world? Would you rather live in a world where people are constantly killing and attacking one another for no fucking reason? Or would you actually want to love your friends and your family and your neighbors and and whatever? Wouldn't you rather love than to hate? Isn't that what we're supposed to be feigning against? The hatred of the world? So why the fuck is there any kind of a pushback on, oh, he said he loved me. So what? So what? I love my friend. I tell my friends all the time I love them. Doesn't mean I'm sleeping with them. Doesn't mean that, like I have female friends. I tell them much love or love you, take care. Doesn't mean they're having my fucking baby. What's wrong with loving your friends? What's wrong with expressing your love and concern for your friends? I'm trying to understand why there's such a big pushback with that. With the hatred, like I said, that's justifiable. I can understand hating someone who's a psychopath, but just loving your friends, caring for your friends. Why is there so much pushback with that? I don't get it.
Or like me.
I mean, you can't have it both ways.
I've got a female friend. But every time I talk to this one person about this female friend,
yeah,
it goes a little bit further than what it.
Oh, you're a lesbian. Oh.
Yeah.
And even if I got nothing against gays or lesbians or anybody from the LGBTQ community or whatever, but love is love. Love is free. You should be able to love whoever you want. Like I love my friends unconditionally. I'm not in love with them, but I do love them as friends. If that makes sense, it should. I would hope.
That's like me. I got one friend from Perry that I haven't even met yet, but we still tell each other we love each other.
Yeah. I just don't see what the problem is.
We got nicknames for each other.
So that's why I'm led to believe that most of the outrage in the world is basically nothing more than fake rage or fake outrage.
Yeah.
Because you can't go on. I mean, it's kind of telling, isn't it? I mean, when we have a tragedy and people want to act all surprised and all pissed off and outraged and they want to hear themselves talk, that for real is what it is. People hearing themselves talk. Okay, you can be mad about that, but if I tell you I love you and I wish you well, hey, he said he loved me. Like, ew, don't say that. Well, would you rather me tell you I fucking hate your guts? That's not who I am. Unless I actually know you and your situation and what you're up to, of which case I would actually tell you I hate your fucking guts. But I don't get it. I don't understand how we live in a world where both love and hatred are frowned upon in the same context. Oh, he loves me. It must mean something horrible. Or it even has to do with masculinity. Well, he's not a man. He's telling me he loves me. Well, if it's really a masculinity thing, then why is it when a guy goes to the funeral of one of his guy friends who died? Oh, I loved him so much, blah blah blah. Okay, so don't you think that would have been appropriate to tell that person that when they were fucking living? Why is there so much back? I don't get it. I don't get it. Everything it's like it's almost like everything has to either be vicious or sexual or viciously sexual. That's where we are. People are fucking nuts, man. People are fucking nuts. I don't think it's weird or strange to tell your friends that you love them. There's lots of people, both male and female, tell me all the time they love me. I don't think of it as anything sexual. It's an unconditional love
Or
for
just
their
like,
friend.
or like, say your friend calls you sweetheart or whatever,
Oh yeah,
whatever.
I've got lots of women who call me sweetheart.
You know,
It's a term of endearment.
yeah. But then there's people out there that criticize that because
Well, I'll tell you, I this has happened to me. Actually, I don't know if I'd say it happened more than once, but I know of one occasion where I was talking to this mom. Her son is a Wilms survivor. They live in Texas, and we would talk all the time. You know, she works in the medical field, and we would talk like all the time.
right,
We would text each other all the time, just say, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, and I would always tell her, you know, you and your son are very much loved and appreciated and thought about by me. I love you both very much, and I hope you're doing well. And she was cool with that. She says, "Well, we love you too," or whatever, you know. And then suddenly, when she got married, then I stopped hearing from her altogether. So it's like, I wonder what the fuck that's about. We're all good, you know, friends, and we're talking and we're keeping in touch. I wasn't hitting on her. She wasn't hitting on me. We were just friends. We kept in touch. And now all of a sudden you get married and I don't fucking hear from you anymore. What's up with that? Um,
young man jealous or what?
I don't get it. I do not understand it. That's why I'm never going to get married. I'm not going to fucking get involved with anybody.
I have never been married. I don't want to
I'm
be.
never getting married. That's the dumbest thing I could ever do. Uh,
All I want is someone that cares, about me and wants to help me.
but the thing is that once she got married, it's like it changed everything. Oh, I can't talk to you no more because you're a single guy. And now my hubby, because he's insecure about me talking to other guys, well, you know what? That's his fucking problem. That's his problem. If we're talking amongst each other and there's nothing sexual going on, why then should your husband get so offensive about it or insecure or jealous because you're showing another guy attention? Hey, you show these big advocates all the attention and you're sucking their ass and kissing their feet. Why doesn't your husband say anything about that? Same fucking difference, isn't it? I would think so. But I don't know. It just it's really irritating. It's like my friend. I got a friend in Eaton Rapids. A lot of her friends I used to talk to all the time. I left. I got locked out of my old Facebook account. I came back. I tried to reestablish a friendship or a connection with them. They act like they don't even want to talk to me. They turn into blithering idiots now. It's like, what the fuck ever. You'll see me at a birthday party. You'll bump into me. You'll either talk to me or you won't. If you do, cool. If not, fuck off. I don't care anymore. I just don't care. But I'm not going to put our mutual friend in the middle of, if these people have disagreements with me and they're just too chicken shit to address those issues with me, don't be putting our mutual friend in the middle of that. Come to me like an adult and have the talk, but don't be a fool. Um, yeah, I don't get people, man. People are fucking weird. People suck. I think that's why I stay to myself most of the time because people are just they're so rotten. And the internet has made people into even bigger assholes, especially on Facebook. The passive aggression and the ignoring your messages and the ghosting and you know the hatred on social media. Like I had my account restricted for 24 hours from Friday to Saturday on Facebook. Okay, I'll fill you in on this. There was on one of my friends' accounts, there was a spammer, and I told the spammer to go fuck himself. I got restricted for 24 hours for bullying, when in fact that spammer told me to fuck off, or he said fuck you, and I replied back, "Go fuck yourself, you spamming motherfucker." Well, I got the restriction for bullying. Now, I don't know if that spammer had ridden off into the sunset. I don't know. But all I know is that while I do understand that bullying is a serious issue and it leads to bigger problems, um, the spammers need to be dealt with accordingly. Just like there's pages on Facebook, sponsored pages of I don't know why these would even be allowed on Facebook. These are prepubescent boys in swimming trunks, underwear, where they're showing a lot of skin, and the pages and the funky writing that I can't read, like the noodly type writing that I can't read. And then you go and all these pictures are pixelated, by the way, and it's like, why the fuck is this showing up in my feed? And lo and behold, these pages are sponsored, which means that whoever started the page, they're paying Facebook to boost the page where you're going to see it whether you want to see it or not. It happens all the time on Facebook. And it's like, what the fuck is this? And then it's just pictures of boys in their Speedos, their underwear. And I report it as like child porn or sexually suggestive. Facebook won't do a fucking thing about it. They don't do shit about it. But when I tell a spammer to go fuck themselves, which I think is justifiable, I'm the one who gets in trouble for bullying. So, being a violation of Facebook's community standards. Hey, Facebook, maybe you need a new set of standards because the ones you have now are pretty fucking lame. They're shitty. You're going to allow child porn, which it's mild child porn when you're looking at, when you see pictures of young boys with their shirts off and they show a lot of skin, they show their bare legs and everything, their thighs and all that shit. If you're going to allow that, then maybe you should revise your community standards. I just think it's disgusting. Disgusting. And but somehow I'm deemed as a bully because I tell a spammer to go fuck himself. Somehow that's more severe than seeing little boys and nothing but their skivvies. Okay. Duly noted, Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg, you fucking pile of dog shit. I don't know how you allow maybe Zuckerberg is a closeted pedophile. Who knows? because it's awful funny to me that they allow that and then take issue to me telling someone to go fuck themselves. I don't know, Zuck. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Anyway, I think you guys get the picture. Amy, she's just awfully quiet over here. I don't know why. You were just talkative like 10 minutes ago. Well, I just got out some thoughts. I mean, we're already down to the last 10 minutes of the show. See, this goes by really fast. Yeah. Yeah, we're expecting company and I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to stick around for that. It is getting dark, noticeably darker when the closer we get towards, I'd say, I don't know, 5 o'clock. But I would still like to get out of here and just go for a ride somewhere just to get the fuck away, to clear my head on some things. And I am not a fan of people coming over here whining to me about their problems and, oh, I don't feel well today. I'm in so much pain.
Do you know he has to go in for back surgery now?
And I'm not going to give names, but the guy has a problem with substance abuse. And he comes over here and whines constantly about his aches and pains and his troubles. And dude, honestly, I don't give a fuck to listen to your bullshit. I got enough of my own bullshit going on in my life. I don't really, you know what? You're a grown man. You're much older than I am by like 20 years. Get your fucking shit together. Stop coming over here with your fucking bullshit problems, whining because you can't get what you want and that's not fair and and I'm in so much pain. Shut the fuck up. You think you're the only one with problems? I don't know, but that guy is going to be over here. Yeah, Dad wants. Hopefully, Dad will be back. He had to go over to my brother's house, as I mentioned at the top of the video. So he might be popping through the door any minute behind me. But anyway, yeah. Yep. It was great to hang out with my brother Wayne this past week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like hanging with Wayne.
We even sat at his house afterwards for a little while.
Yeah, I like hanging with Wayne. It
was when we got there. It was Wayne, Nora, Bill,
yeah,
Joey, Julian, Jeff.
Yeah, Wayne's usually always got a house full, but
and then when we come back, it was Joey, Nora, me, Wayne, and Jeff.
Yeah. Well, those are all Wayne's friends. I mean,
yeah,
he's paying rent. He can have friends come over and chill. I mean, I don't see why not.
Right, no.
But it's just when people come over here and they whine and bellyache and bitch and complain about their problems. Oh, I'm feeling suicidal today, guys. You know what? I don't fucking care. If you're feeling suicidal, go and get help. Don't come over here whining to us about it. Well, you know, depression I can understand. I understand depression because the holidays are coming up. We're like a week away from Christmas, or a little over a week away from Christmas. Everybody's depressed. I don't know. Were we having a dinner here? Sounds like.
I guess from what I understand.
Yeah, it sounds. Having it over there, at Jay's. I thought, well, someone's got to make up my mind here because I keep getting two different stories. 1 minute we're having dinner here, then we're going to Jay's. I got to know what's going on. You know, somebody's going to have to make up my fucking mind here because if I'm going to be preparing food, I got to know what to get. Uh, I gotta know when I gotta have it by. Well, of course, by Christmas, but
I thought about just having you make your taco salad.
yeah,
You know it's gonna go over like
just so they can complain over there because I put Doritos right in my taco salad and the chips get mushy. Well, what difference does that make? The chips are going to get mushy regardless. You're eating it all at the same fucking time. You pile it on top of your fucking salad, it's going to get mushy. What's the big deal? Well, some people don't like it. Well, then you know what? Then make your own fucking taco salad. I am done. That's what I'm ready to tell these people. Make your own shit because I'm tired of trying to, you know, slaving over this just to be criticized.
I know someone who wants some of your taco
Who?
salad. My mother.
Oh yeah, I know. I gotta make some for
Oh
your
my
ma.
god.
Yeah, I by what I hear, she talks about that a lot. Um,
Yeah, she just got on my brother again.
I make my taco salad a certain way.
She was like, I don't know when you'll make it.
Well, the thing is, even when I invite family over for dinner, or like say at Thanksgiving, Uncle Mark was here, and okay, I invite family over. You're getting a free fucking meal. I don't want to hear you say a word about food that you didn't help prepare. If you don't like it, don't fucking eat it. I don't invite food critics, I invite family. If you're going to come over here and be critical about the way the food tastes, or, oh, you did it this way or did it that way, then don't come over. More for us. I don't get any complaints from Dad and Amy about my cooking. And if anything is said, they might say, well, Jared, I think you might have added a little too much of this. Or, it's constructive. It's conducive to learning how to cook things, which I'm open to that.
Which reminds me, when you made that chicken and biscuit dumplings,
Yeah.
it tasted a little salty.
That's what I thought too.
I didn't.
I don't add anything
I
to it.
didn't say anything, no, but yeah, it did.
Add like tasted a little salty.
Yeah.
I don't add anything to it.
And normally I don't. It's not that salty, and I don't know
No.
why it.
I don't know. It might have been the gravy because I don't add anything to. I don't add any herbs or
Yeah.
spices to the. It's banquet creamy chicken and biscuits is what she's talking about. You just add water. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah, you noticed it too, so
Yeah.
it wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't just. I kind of there was a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
tasted different than what it normally does. Normally it's
yeah,
got that pepper bite,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there wasn't even a pepper bite to it this time.
No, it's I don't know. It's weird. Like I can't. Sometimes everything tastes different. I don't know. But I can handle it if it's Dad or Amy saying, "Oh, I think you." Perfect example. Perfect example. Let's see how much time we got here. Oh, we got a couple minutes. I made my chili. Okay, big old stock pot of chili. Dad and Amy, they were gone somewhere, and I'm home making chili. And then they came home, and I said, "Okay, Dad, chili's done. Come out and get you guys a bowl." And Dad sat down on the couch over here, and I said, "Okay, Dad, what's the verdict? Is it good?" And he took a bite and he goes, "It's really not all that good." I said, "What?" Kind of blew me away. Like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything different. Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't taste all that good. And he says, "It doesn't taste good because it tastes great." So I don't fucking do that shit to me because I thought legitimately I thought that I fucked up somewhere, but I didn't. It was just Dad being a smart ass. And and he started laughing. His face turned as red as my shirt. Uh it's like, don't do that shit.
It's typical of Dad to always doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But it did turn out good. So I think we have officially reached the 4 o'clock mark. We're approaching that time.
Yeah, it's 3:59 now.
Um, were there any last words you wanted to say, Amy, before I close this out?
Peace out. Enjoy your week. Stay safe.
That it?
That it.
Okay. If Dad was here, he'd say, "Have a good week. Take care of each other." And
Sorry, everybody. At the minute, my alarm went off.
yeah, he would say, "Have a good week and take care and stay healthy and such." There's only one person watching my video. How fucking lame am I?
I could have sat and watched while we were talking.
But yeah, then I would have heard the sound coming off your phone and it would have threw me off because I'm hearing myself talk on a delay.
I could always go in the bedroom and listen to you.
Yeah, although you can hear me through the door.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this week. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jerry Bear. I thank you so much for stopping by and watching for the past hour, which went by really fucking fast.
Jerry Bear's gonna figure out some quote names for me and his dad now.
Yeah.
Jerry Bear.
Well, I've had Jerry Bear for the past 32 years, and you all know the story behind that. So,
like I said, we just gotta find one.
Yeah, I am Jerry Bear. I've always been, well, 32 years I've been Jerry Bear, and that's not going to change. So, anyway, guys, I'm out the door. I'm going to get in my van and go for a fucking ride somewhere. I got to get out of this house, get something to drink because my throat's a little scratchy from all the talking that I've been doing. I love you all very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Take care of each other, and love each other, and don't be so spiteful and hateful towards one another. We could use a lot less hatred in the world. So much love, peace out, and I'll see you guys next week on the 19th, I believe. So take care.